Hello everybody and welcome back to this tutorial, and what we're going to do in this one is try to evade IPS and IDS, as well as see how we can actually bypass honeypots and not get caught by the network administrators. What we did in the previous tutorial is we saw how we can actually bypass a firewall with different Nmap options, and actually most of the things that apply to firewalls also applied to evade IPS and IDS, such as for example fragmentation of packets and the TCP window scan, but there is also one technique to bypass IDS by simply just delaying your scan. Now in Nmap we can do that with the command which goes like this, so nmap and then -scan _ delay, then you specify the amount of time that you want to delay the scan, for example 5 ms 192.168.1.1 or any IP address that you want. Now, the reason we actually use this is because sometimes Nmap scans can be triggered as a DDoS attack. By delaying our scans or our packets, we can actually bypass that. Now, before we actually run this, let us first see the example of a normal scan, and what we are going to scan at this moment is we're going to scan our local host or our own virtual machine or Linux machine, however you want to call it. So if you simply just type nmap localhost, you will see it will finish in no time. All 1000 scanned ports on localhost are closed, which doesn't really interest us at the moment. What we are interested in right here is this part which says nmap done, one IP address scanned in 0.14 seconds. So now let us see what we can actually do if we try to delay our scan. So if you simply just type nmap and then -scan _ delay 5 ms and then localhost. Nonetheless, it is an option that actually allows us to bypass some of the IDS prevention systems, because we will get triggered as a DDoS attack in case we don't use it, or we might get triggered as a DDoS attack if we don't use this option. The next thing that I want to mention is evading honeypots. Now, there's really not much to say to that. Simply evading honeypots or bypassing a honeypot is trying to not get caught. In order to actually do that, just simply don't go for one. So if you see a machine or network with a bunch of vulnerabilities, don't go for it and don't try to hack it, because it will most likely be a honeypot in real life. But if you still think it might not be a honeypot and you want to go for it, just spoof yourself and spoof your MAC address and IP address in order to stay as anonymous as you can while performing your scans. Okay, so basically that would be about it. As far as the IDS and IPS goes, you can use this option if it works or if it is supported by your Nmap, and you can also use all the other options that we mentioned in the previous video regarding the evasion of firewall. They will also work for IDS and IPS, and right now we can see some of the different options right here, such as for example -s. In order to actually spoof your source address, you can simply just use that one, but if you actually use this option specified, you need to specify -e as well, because you need to specify from which interface are you actually faking your IP address. In our case, if you simply just type ifconfig ETH0 interface or the Ethernet cable interface which is connected to the internet with this IP address, so you will need to specify with -e option the interface from which your connections will be going through. But more about that in the next tutorial, in which we are going to show different scans and some of the more advanced scans in order to bypass all security measures with Nmap. So hope I see you there, and take care. Bye.